Лорен сама система.
So, as you all know, Kanye West is literally the best artist of all time. Well, not artist, I'll say rapper. This kind of scratch, bit of a scratch, a bit, just a bit. But, you know, it's not that drastic at all, in my eyes at least. But I am here to just, you know, give my opinion about his career and why he's better than all rappers. Now, before we start, I'm sitting here right now, and I know so many fucking people that's all of a sudden Drake fans just to hate on Kanye. But to those type of people that's particularly always hitting me up talking about some Drake better, CLB better, you know, when I post something on my story about Kanye West, please stop. You're making yourself look dumb. Yeah, let's start with number one. Alright, let's start with the production side of it. Alright, everyone knows that's like Kanye West is a, you know, sampling genius. He can sample all types of record and make it into like a hip-hop instrumental. But that's one specific type of style of production he has. But let's talk about the bass. He used more than just like basic ass 808s, a 708s, a 707s. You get what I'm saying? Hi-hats. He has the whole repertoire of drums. He uses them in like the instrumental, and that's obvious. His specific style of mixing is also very, very rare and unique in its own form, but people really doesn't understand how to actually get harmonies off at a certain point where it's like half and half. You got your vocals, you got, you know, the bass that's like putting it all together, then you got the instrumental. But his like sampling plus his mixing ability makes everything feel even. You know, it's not like, you know, your vocals carrying the song, or, you know, the piano or the harp or the organ carrying the song, or the bass. It's all playing a part into the holistic idea of the song, but people really don't understand. You know, everyone is just not saying, oh, Metro Boomin type beat. Oh, what's the other guy? Fucking 808 Mafia type beat, and let's just rap over it. Let's just rap over it, and let's just act hard and talk about bitches and shit. Like, it's a bit like a little bit more complicated than that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, if you want to really get back into the sampling side of it, bro, sampling rock records, jazz records, punk records, all types of records where like your oldies type rappers, they only sample like the, you know, the R&B or the funk, and that's it. But Kanye is sampling everything to fucking, what's the guy name, Bone Jones, to James Brown, to Marvin Gaye, to Haney Bagley, to, you know, what's his name, David DeVore or DeVoe. There's so many artists that he like samples from a whole different types of genres, to the point where he has been a master at sampling and making it into like your hip hop type beat. Now, does anyone else, and I'm not talking about a producer, I'm talking about a rapper. I never say he's the best producer, I said rapper. Name another rapper that has the ability to actually play that off and make that into something that's actually audible. You can't name one. You really can't. And if you sit here and say Russ because he can make, I guess, beats that sound simple and bland as fuck, kill yourself. That's simple. Now, his foresight and actually knowing when to actually drop music and know how to adjust everything and like actually put out something that's actually different each time you listen to it. Now, Kanye West is very, very good at building different types of scenarios and experiences, building up to an album and while performing the album. Now, this is one of the most, I guess, underrated parts of Kanye West's career, but his performances. I never heard someone say Kanye West performs bland. I have heard everyone says the baby performs bland. He's supposed to be the best rapper right now. That's all I have to say. Now you can say, oh, he felt off. He felt off. Oh, Kanye West, he felt off. He felt off L ratio. If you going by that logic, I don't even want to discuss anything with you. It can be, the ant that's sitting beside you. It can be a dog that died. I don't want to actually talk any type of topic around you because you're dumb. Like, if you think having 100 fucking million views equals good music, good music, go listen to fucking Demi Lovato and do TikTok dances. Don't fucking talk about Kanye West. That's all I have to say. No, his performances, he mostly pays for it. He actually invests in the art of performing. You have the baby, you hand him a mic, you hand him a fucking a boom box, a bass, and some auto-tune, and before you know it, he's getting 60K a week for some reason. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the baby hater or a little baby hater or any baby hater. I'm just saying, like, come on. Like, he's not, doing the background. It's someone else doing that, or his label. He's not doing, the runway where you actually walk. It's not the simple runway that Kanye West performs on. It's always something different. The performance theme is always different, but no one notices because guess what? He doesn't perform a lot. That doesn't mean he's a bad performer. That just means, he's making music or busy with something else. But when he actually does perform, it's better than 98% of all these rappers. No, keyword rappers. I'm not saying he's like Queen or fucking Harvey Elliott or fucking David Bowie in performing. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying for a rapper, he's better than 98%. Now, it is a couple better performers than Kanye West, but it's very few. And I'll say Kendrick Lamar is probably neck and neck, probably ahead of him in performing. But yeah. Now let's get to the fucking cream of the crop here because it's taboo. No one's supposed to notice it because it really doesn't place into one's art form and shit. Okay, songwriting. Let's get to it. Let's get into the butter of songwriting. Okay. Now, Drake has songwriters, Kendrick Lamar has songwriters, Rihanna has songwriters, Beyonce has songwriters, Drake has songwriters, but this is the difference. He's not paying someone to write a whole fucking album for him. I'm pretty sure Kanye is not fucking doing that. And let me describe another difference between Drake and Kanye when it comes to assistance with the lyrics of the songs. It's actually relatively relative to him. You don't see fucking Kanye West acting like he's some type of fucking British thug or some shit. You don't fucking see that. He's not a fucking culture vulture. He actually talks within what he's feeling. If it's a better way to say it on a song, someone help me say it better because it's not fitting with the song. It's not like, I have this ultra personality where I'm all of a sudden a fucking, Pyru or some shit. When you've been basically in a fucking, what you call them, a burqa? A burqa, whatever the Jewish dance people be doing. It's not burqa. That's the fucking Muslim head over it. But, the fucking tradition of, I don't know, Jewish, whatever. But, I mean, you've been raised in that. You wasn't raised in a fucking, African American or African Canadian neighborhood. And you wasn't fucking affiliated with a gang when you was a child, when you was a teenager, and most of your 20s. Now, let's stop. Because let's see the transition from him hanging with Wayne and before he was hanging with Wayne. Before he was hanging with Wayne, he was not doing all this shit, and now all of a sudden he's like the Godfather or some shit. Like, that's really like, no, you're trying to play into a character because you used to be an actor. But guess what? I'm not falling for it. Now you can be buddy
with all these other people, and that can impress, you know, your fan base, the whitewashed fan base that you got. Because let's be honest, when Drake falls off, it's no coming back. It is no coming back. Now let me give, you know, Drake some props. This is a video about Kanye. I noticed that, and I'm just ranting about Drake. I really don't care. But he has lasted longer than 98% of rappers when it comes to the relative screens of actual relevancy and music. I understand that, and it took a lot of money, but it also took a lot of ideals too. Now Drake is not lacking in the ideal department, obviously, but he is not the guy that's actually writing most of his songs or actually playing the theme of most of his songs that's actually related to the person named Drake or Aubrey or whatever his real name is. So let's get that out the way. With Kanye, he's talking about his experiences, the way he relates to other people, the people he hang around. Now don't get me wrong, he talks about, you know, he'll slap a dude, this, that, and that. But, you know, he's actually from Chicago. He actually, you know people. He's not saying he's, you know, thugged out 24/7 or, you know, picking up slang and just saying it like he's from the place. He's not doing that shit. He's not stealing flows. He has writers to assist what he want to express in a better light. He's not just taking, hey, buddy boy, what's his name? Party Next Door, come here, write my whole R&B album. I mean, part of the album that's R&B, and let me just sing it in, you know, Chris Brown style, and let everyone Drake. Oh my God, I come. Like, come on, bro. This is what, you know, modern rap is, I guess, because, you know, I really don't get why people, you know, sit here and say, oh, he's better than Kanye West. He's this, that, and that. That's his main competitor. Don't get me wrong. And don't get me wrong, I really think Kanye is somewhat jealous, but let's not get it fucked up. Art-wise, the pure art of rapping or making music, Kanye West is better than every single rapper over his whole entire career, start to finish. I never heard anyone say, oh, let's make a audible gospel album twice. Not once, but goddamn twice. Let Drake want to do a country album. I know artists. Oh, let's just say, for example, Young Thug. He made a country themed album. It's actually listenable to a person who listens to rap. And he's not copying people or copying, you know, I guess specific artists within that genre. He's just, oh, let me just, you know, have country instrumentals and rap over it. Let Drake try that without stealing someone's flow. Then I'll say, hey, he's a bit more creative than what I thought, but he'll never be better than Kanye fucking West. Yes, let's get this fucking video out of here. All right, bye.